Good evening. I will call to order the meeting of the Chautauqua County Legislature on May 27th, 2026. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony.
Here.
Mr. Binkowski.
Here.
Mr. Buchanan.
Here.
Mr. DeJoy is absent. Mrs. Gustafson.
Here.
Mr. Harmon.
Here.
Mr. Heiser.
Here.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. Larson.
Here.
Miss Lewis.
Here.
Mr. Merritt is absent. Mr. Nelson.
Here.
Mr. Pavlak.
Here.
Mr. Penhollow.
Here.
Mr. Proctor.
Here.
Mr. Scudder.
Here.
Miss Vanstrom.
Here.
Mr. Whitney.
Here.
Chairman Shagnon.
Here.
There are 17 members present and 2 members absent. There is quorum.
Thank you. We will now have the prayer and pledge of allegiance by Legislator Nelson.
Heavenly Father, as we gather for this meeting of the County Legislature, we pause to remember that Memorial Day was observed just 2 days ago. We honor the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to our nation and for the freedom we enjoy today. May we never forget their sacrifice, nor the families who continue to carry that loss. Grant us wisdom, humility, and a spirit of cooperation as we conduct the people's business this evening. Help us to serve our community with integrity and with respect for one another, always seeking the common good. May we be guided by compassion, fairness, and a commitment to making our county stronger for all who call it home. Amen. Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And that brings us on our agenda to approval of the minutes of the last legislature meeting on April 22nd of this year.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve them as presented by Legislator Binkowski and a second by Legislator Gustafson. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. And that brings us to our first privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject relating to any local law, resolution, or motion appearing on tonight's agenda. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group shall be limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the first privilege of the floor? Please introduce yourself.
My name is Carla Rodriguez. I'm one of the candidates for District 7. And I just want to let you guys know that I am against automatic raises for legislator. So if I do get elected, that would be my stance on that.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the first privilege of the floor? Please.
Good evening. I'm Nikki Pierce. I am also a candidate for District 15 for the next election. I would like to oppose local law 726, which would be amending the Chautauqua County Charter to eliminate annual cost of living adjustments for county legislators. So I'm also opposed to that. So thank you.
Thank you. Anthony, please.
Anthony Toda, 144 Clifton Avenue. I hate to go against the flow here, but I don't think Chautauqua County legislatures make all that much, and I believe they deserve a cost of living because maybe 2% of what, $10 is maybe $10.50 or something. So I think as far as a wage, a little bit underpaid in the government, especially in the county level. So hopefully you'll be able to get yourself a cost of living. I support that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for the first privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, I will close the first privilege of the floor. And now we have 2 public hearings on the agenda. The first public hearing is a public hearing for the agreement between Chautauqua County and Schultz Air Shows LLC for Air Boss services for the 2027 Chautauqua County Air Show at Chautauqua County Jamestown Airport. I will now open the public hearing. Is there anyone to address the public hearing? Anyone for the public hearing? Seeing no one, I will close the first public hearing. And I will now move to the second public hearing, which is a public hearing for ground and taxiway lease with Barron North G58 LLC at Chautauqua County Dunkirk Airport. I will now open that public hearing. Is there anyone to address the second public hearing? Anyone for the second public hearing? Seeing no one, I will close that public hearing as well. Olivia, to you.
Okay. There are no veto messages from County Executive Wendell from the April 22nd, 2026 Legislature meeting. There are 6 communications listed on the agenda. If you would like a copy of any of these items, please let our office know.
Legislator Larson.
In regard to Communication 6, David Dawson is a constituent of mine in District 12 in Jamestown. I would request that Chairman Harmon for the Economic Development Committee in June take up the letter of the request from David Dawson on behalf of Dawson Metal. Dawson Metal is a significant employer in Jamestown, has been for decades and decades. And they have an unusual access problem involving a bridge over the Chautauqua River. And it seems to me we've found money for economic development, job protection efforts that have a much lower priority than what David Dawson on behalf of Dawson Metal is doing with. So I'd appreciate it if his letter was part of the agenda discussion with Mark Geis and whoever at the June Economic Development Committee meeting. Thank you.
Legislator Harmon.
Mr. Chair, yeah, I'll certainly address this.
Thank you.
PED meeting to let Mr. Larson know. Thank you.
Thank you.
And just as a point of information, Mark Geis is very familiar with this situation, has spent literally hours and hours and hours in my presence on the facility trying to come up with a solution, which I think that they have now developed, and now by the letter that was sent, they're looking for funding. So
Correct.
Mark Geis is very familiar with the situation, has been working hard to come up with a solution. So
Great.
I think it'll be a very productive discussion.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Okay. Local Law Introductory 4-26, a local law amending local laws 6-13 and 3-19 of the County of Chautauqua imposing a tax on the occupancy of hotel and short-term rental rooms and establishing a short-term rental registry.
Legislator Scudder.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to refer this local law back to committee for further considerations.
Okay, we have a motion to refer to committee and a second by Legislator Bankowski. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is referred.
Local Law Introductory Number 5-26, a local law amending Local Law 4-09, providing for written notice of defects and obstructions on County of Chautauqua property as a condition of precedent to maintenance of a civil action.
Are there any questions, comments, discussion on Local Law Introductory 5-26? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry. It is a roll call. It says so right there. Olivia, would you please call the roll?
Sure. Mr. Anthony. Yes. Mr. Bankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. DeJoy is absent. Mrs. Gustafson.
Yes.
Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Larson.
Yes.
Ms. Lewis. Mr. Merritt is absent. Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor. Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Ms. Vanstrom. Mr. Whitney.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
There are 17 yes votes and 2 members absent. The local law is adopted. Local law introductory 6-26. A local law amending local law 4-86 as amended regarding the liability and casualty reserve fund and a small claim settlements.
Are there any questions, comments, discussion on local law introductory 6-26? Legislator Johnson.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize. I'd like to move to refer this to committee. And I should have caught this at audit and control, so I apologize for that. But reading through it again, at audit and control, we focused on the changes. But in section 2, I think there is a sentence that is not germane to what we want to do, because as written, it would allow the county executive to create a reserve of up to over $15 million. And I don't think that was what anybody ever intended.
Okay, so we have a motion to refer to committee and a second by legislator Gustafson. Any discussion on the motion to refer local law introductory 6-26 back to committee? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is referred.
Local law introductory 7-26. A local law amending the Chautauqua County Charter to eliminate annual cost of living adjustments for county legislators.
Questions, comments, discussion on local law introductory 7-26. Legislator Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Many of all of my Democratic colleagues agree that we should eliminate the annual cost of living adjustment for legislators. But I want to point out that we are not alone. The editor of the Post-Journal recently wrote, "The idea of automatic cost of living adjustments for Chautauqua County legislators is, and frankly always was, a bad idea. We weren't in favor of legislators receiving a 64% increase in pay in 2024. While that was the first raise in county lawmakers' pay in about 20 years, a $5,700 raise doesn't look like much until you realize it equaled a nearly $110,000 increase to the county budget. Now, next year, legislators are set to receive another pay increase tied to inflation. Can all the county residents who work 2 jobs raise their hands if their part-time employer has increased their pay 64% over the past couple of years with another automatic raise coming next year? We don't see any hands either. They went on to say, county Republicans are fond of saying that they're acting fiscally responsible with their handling of the county's fund balance. But in our opinion, the idea of automatic pay raises flies in the face of fiscal responsibility. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Other questions, comments on the local law? Legislator Johnson.
Mr. Chairman, I will vote against this elimination. And to me, it's just a simple matter of mathematics. You don't want to have an automatic increase or an automatic decrease. And I mean that in terms of real money, not nominal money. Some of us in this room are old enough to remember when inflation was running 15, 18% and mortgages were a similar number. In that kind of environment, and we're starting to see some of that now, you have to look at real money, not nominal money. And whether it's dealing with seniors, property taxes, because we went through that a couple months ago, or anything else, we should always focus, especially on compensation, on real money, not nominal money. Thank you.
Thank you. Other comments, questions on the local law? Legislator Vanstrom.
I agree with my esteemed colleague, Mr. Johnson. Nothing in my household has gone down, no matter how tight you can pull your belt in. Certainly not bread, certainly not milk. Eggs have fluctuated for many, many market reasons out there, whether it was the bird flu or other things. I'm an egg eater. I don't know about the rest of you. Might not be your cup of tea, but coffee's gone up. I bought some coffee to make at home, and I think I was a little shocked. I had to ask the clerk, is this right? And she said, oh, yes. So I guess I'm going to have to drink less coffee, but thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Lewis.
I would just like to say that when inflation is at 15 or 18%, can't we change this to include a COLA for the legislators? So I think because of the raise last year and other costs that our constituents are bearing, that we should also bear it too.
Thank you. Other questions, comments? Legislator Nelson. I'm sorry, Legislator Larson.
Telling us Swedes apart has always been trouble. I really didn't want to speak on this. And probably a majority of the legislature wish I wouldn't. But there are two Freds on the legislature, and we have mutual respect for each other. However, Legislator Johnson's point that even when you have 2% inflation, that means the value of the American purchasing power goes down 2% that year. Both Freds understand that. But the idea that county legislators, the 19 of us, should use our power, and it's an awesome power, to put in place automatic raises for ourselves is different even than the automatic annual cost of living increases the prior Republican legislature put into place, I believe in 2018, for the county clerk, the sheriff, and the county executive. Intellectually, we don't have any self-interest in how much the county executive makes, the sheriff makes, or the county clerk makes. But we have a real self-interest in giving ourselves very quietly, mechanically, in the HR department every year, just figure out what the consumer price index was for the year before. If it's 4%, just give the legislators a 4% pay raise that they never voted on, and the public, except for the law that you all did finally pass, my suggestion that at some point in the following year, our clerk will make public on our website and keep it there what the automatic pay raises were. The idea that all Americans have a right to be protected from their money being devalued by inflation is a very nice, kind, thoughtful idea. Since, however, our legislature wisely has tried to avoid passing motions to our Congress, for example, I'm not going to propose one, but the federal minimum wage, which is the minimum wage in almost half of our 50 states. The federal minimum wage was last increased in 2009 to $7.25. To this day, in our neighbor Pennsylvania, it's legal to hire somebody for $7.25. Congress has not seen the need to have a consumer price index on the minimum wage now for 17 years. And yet, after getting a 60-some% increase last year, and I would point out the Democrats last year on this issue were intellectually honest. Bob Bankowski, as our leader, did not say that our pay should stay at $9,000 till the second coming. When the 15,000 roughly came up, he proposed 12 grand as a compromise. So we didn't say that after 20 years, legislators weren't entitled to some raise, and we would have voted publicly for a raise to 12 grand. That went nowhere. So as the paper correctly points out, we got a 60-some% raise this January. And on top of that, if Legislator Nelson's local law does not pass, in the next year or two, the way inflation's going now, it's almost hit 4 this year. We're going to get a raise without voting on it for ourselves. It's a bad idea. When and if 5 years from now, 6, 7 years from now, legislators have every reason to go to the public and say, look, 15 grand is no longer appropriate, do it in public, have the courage to vote for it, and explain it to your constituents. And if it's reasonable, you should survive. So I didn't want to speak on it, but the idea that we, the 19 of us, have a right to inflation protect our salary on behalf of the millions of Americans still working for $7.25, I don't buy that argument. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Nelson.
One last comment. I think it comes down to transparency. And as Legislator Larson said, I think this is something that should be debated openly and approved publicly rather than built into the law permanently. Thank you.
Thank you. Other comments, questions, discussion? Legislator Johnson.
Well, just briefly, it sounds like we are debating it in public and openly right now.
Thank you. Any other questions, discussion, comments? Legislator Nelson, it's your third.
I know. All right, it wouldn't have come up without this, without my bringing this to the people's attention. And it would have just gotten passed in 2027 quietly, and that's the problem we have with it. Now I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions, discussion on local law 7-26? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony. No. Mr. Pinkowski. Yes. Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. DeJoy is absent. Mrs. Gustafson. No. Mr. Harmon.
No.
Mr. Heiser.
No.
Mr. Johnson.
No.
Mr. Larson.
Yes.
Miss Lewis. Mr. Merritt is absent. Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
No.
Mr. Penhollow.
No.
Mr. Proctor.
No.
Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Miss Vanstrom.
No.
Mr. Whitney.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
No.
Okay. There are 7 yes votes, 10 no votes, and 2 members absent. The local law fails.
Mr. Chairman, could we request that you turn up the volume of this fan going back here? We can hardly hear you at all.
I think we've accomplished that.
Hey, thank you.
Are you sure? Testing. Testing. Better. Okay, I said better. Okay. All right. Local law introductory 8-26, a local law reducing the salary for the county clerk.
Are there any comments, questions, or discussion on local law introductory 8-26? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Shagnon.
I was a little slow. Would you allow a comment?
Okay, I will allow Legislator Pavlock to make a comment.
Thank you for allowing, I was a little distracted by the fan noise. I wanted to make a comment regarding this, simply in the fact that I didn't want this to be a deterrent for other county officials or elected individuals to ever choose to make a comment at an open meeting or any sort of discussionary avenue. You know, a county clerk had recently gotten up to make a few comments regarding a general fund, and then only a few months later to have something come across the boards in sense of a reduction in salary. I just see that it's a little ironic, and it just saddens me that that was could be a potential. I'm not certain one way or the other, but I wouldn't want it to be on someone else's mind as a deterrent to say, I better not publicly say something because the potential of a salary decrease could be on the agenda. So, thank you.
Thank you. Since I've allowed that comment, are there any other questions or comments? Legislator Larson, did I get that right?
Yes, this time, yeah. Mr. Chairman, that dog won't hunt. Tonight, we just voted on all the Democrats came forward and said, we're willing to cut our own pay. And we all voted to cut our own pay. Our intellectual honesty is intact this evening. And I believe there's a communication from the current clerk, I hope I read it right, that said, hey, even if this passes, he's running again. So we've been intellectually honest on this matter. I think every Democrat voted against the $17,000 or $18,000 pay increase for this position in the first place. Our position is that in perhaps the poorest county of the 57 in New York, there's nothing wrong with salaries being near the bottom. There's no justification for county elected officials' salaries being near the top or even the middle of the 57 counties in New York. We've been intellectually honest, we've been consistent, and we voted to cut our own pay this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Vanstrom.
Not to nitpick or, try to compare ourselves to other counties. I think we're one of the greatest counties in this entire state. We sure have the most affordable housing yet left here, although the prices are rising. And if you're looking for a house, my colleagues will agree with me. Good luck trying to find a decent house at a decent price. Your husband better be Jesus himself, the carpenter, because it's going to be hard. The prices have gone astronomical, for real. Any young couple looking for one could tell you that. But our county clerk's salary just finally made it up to be the third lowest in the state. Oh, I'm impressed with that. Third lowest in the whole state. I wouldn't call that gluttony by any means. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions on local law introductory 8-26? Legislator Penhallow.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So this opens up a great question. Are we going to evaluate all the salaries for all the county employees and make suggestions such as this? Is it possibly a bipartisan group that we get together and say, this is our county budget, it's X amount, and we should try to identify jointly together that we want to reduce labor, reduce salaries? Is that what we're going to get to? I'm not sure. But that's just a point I wanted to make, because it's the only way you really save money is to cut labor. And we know when we cut labor, that cuts services. And when you cut services, what does the public think of that? So I understand my colleagues. I respect their opinions. I just know, as an example of the increase in the salary for the county legislators, there seems to be more interest in running for an elected position in Chautauqua County. Again, it represents all of us. And I think we've seen that in the election last year from 2025 to 2026. I know in my own district, I'm glad to see that there's competition. I think competition is important. And so I'll just leave it with this. If we want to reevaluate all the salaries for all the employees, all cost of living increases, then let's put that on the table. I look at what the county clerk position does, what that individual is responsible for, and for that salary, they're crazy. The responsibilities, the number of employees, the DMV, recording of deeds, so on and so forth. We all know that. I just hope this isn't a bipartisan game. I'm open to a discussion in committees about reducing government spending. And I think we all can sit here and talk like this, but at the end of the day, what are we going to cut? Either we pick up on efficiency or we cut labor. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Johnson.
And I would just like to emphasize, please, what Mr. Penhallow said. And if there's a bipartisan group, I'd like to be part of it. And if we'd like to cut everybody's salaries, legislators and everybody up and down the line, we'll save some real money, and I'm all for it.
Thank you. Legislator Larson.
Actions speak louder than words usually. It's about 3 county legislature meetings ago, Legislator Nelson was promised that the management salary plan with huge ranges, I believe one went from like 130,000 to 210,000, or it was about a 90,000 spread. I recall on the floor of this legislature being said it wasn't necessary for Nelson or anybody else to pass a resolution asking a committee to thoroughly go over the management salary plan looking forward. What's the justification for such broad ranges? Our organized labor, our collective bargaining agreements don't have steps like that. And there was a promise that didn't need a resolution, that Human Services, or the Administrative Services Committee, Audit and Control, whoever, they'd take a serious look at Legislator Nelson's request into what are there written criteria where a department head puts these management people? Is there criteria for putting them at 130 or at 200,000? And maybe I'm missing something, but which committee since then has spent an hour or 2 or 3 honoring the pledge to Legislator Nelson that there'd be a serious look at the management salary plan, why the spread was so huge from top to bottom, what written criteria could we see for deciding who gets what? And so, has that happened in any committee, Mr. Chairman?
Legislator Larson, I believe you're referring to the commitment that I made from this chair. And the commitment was that it would be reviewed with the Director of HR and the committees. I can tell you that the Chairman of the Audit and Control Committee and myself have had an extensive discussion with the HR Director and staff on the question. And I believe the Chairman of Audit and Control has it on the agenda planned for next month. So it is proceeding. It is a very complicated subject. It's not proceeding as quickly as we may have hoped, but I can assure you it is proceeding. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I hope Legislator Nelson's been in this loop as to what's been going on.
Yeah, at the last audit control
It was discussed.
they brought up the fact that it wasn't going to be this month, but
Yes.
probably next month.
Yes. Thank you. Any other questions, comments, discussion on local law introductory 8-26? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony.
No.
Mr. Binkowski.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. DeJoy is absent. Mrs. Gustafson. Mr. Harmon.
No.
Mr. Heiser.
No.
Mr. Johnson.
No.
Mr. Larson.
Yes.
Miss Lewis. Mr. Merritt is absent. Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
No.
Mr. Penhallow? Mr. Proctor? Mr. Scudder? Ms. Vanstrom? Mr. Whitney? Chairman Shagnon?
No.
Okay, there are 6 yes votes, 11 no votes, and 2 members absent. The local law fails. Renew and amend resolution number 60-26. Amend capital project accounts, Jamestown Community College.
Legislator Bankowski.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to renew this.
Okay, we have a motion to renew and a second by legislator Gustafson. Any discussion on the motion to renew? Hearing none, all those in favor of renewing resolution 60-26, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is renewed. Legislator Nelson.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to amend with the copy that is on our desk.
Okay, we have a motion to amend by legislator Nelson and a second by legislator Vanstrom. Any discussion on the motion to amend resolution 60-26 to the copy that was provided on the desk? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is amended. Now, any discussion, questions on resolution 60-26 as amended? Hearing none, all those in favor of resolution 60-26 as amended, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Resolutions 137-26. Confirm appointment, Chautauqua County Landfill Commission.
Questions or comments on the resolution? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
138-26. Appointment to the Chautauqua County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Legislator Bankowski.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to block 139-26 through 143-26.
Okay, we have a motion to block and a second by legislator Gustafson. Is there any discussion on the motion to block resolutions 139-26 through 143-26? Hearing none, all those in favor of blocking, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Aye. We have 1 nay by legislator Scudder.
I'm just kidding. I want to see if everybody's
I'm paying
paying attention.
attention.
I'd like to change my nay to a yes.
Okay, thank you. They are blocked.
139-26. Amend 2026 capital budget South and Center Chautauqua Lake Sewer Districts. 140-26. Amend 2026 capital budget for the replacement of fire destroyed equipment, DPF road machinery. 141-26. Amend 2026 budget for ARPA capital projects. 142-26. Amend 2026 budget for the navigation/snowmobile department, Office of the Sheriff. 143-26. Amend 2025 budget for year-end reconciliation, Department of Mental Hygiene and Social Services.
Are there any questions or comments on any of the blocked resolutions 139-26 through 143-26? Hearing none, all those in favor of the blocked resolutions, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? They are carried.
144-26. Authorizing extension of lease agreement for Department of Planning and Development at the BWB Center in Jamestown.
Questions, comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
145-26. Authorized ground and taxiway lease with Barron North G58 LLC, a subsidiary of Accent Stripe at Chautauqua County Dunkirk Airport.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
146-26, authorizing a utility work agreement with NYS DOT.
Any questions, discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
147-26, authorize supplemental agreement with the Federal Aviation Administration to construct, operate, and maintain navigational aids at the Chautauqua County Jamestown Airport.
Are there any comments or any questions on the resolution? Legislator Larson.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I believe it was 1 year ago that this legislature took the initiative to pass a resolution specifically asking Congressman Langworthy to support our effort to get passenger air service back to Jamestown. I believe last December we got a copy of a letter from the congressman to our United States Secretary of Transportation asking for the return of passenger air service to Jamestown. Since that initiative asking for the service to come back came out of this legislature, perhaps for next month's meeting, if not before, if the office, you could give us all a status of where the effort to restore passenger air service to Jamestown stands, and specifically on how these things tend to work. Who is it on Congressman Langworthy's staff who's been assigned to follow up with the United States Secretary of Transportation to try to get air service back? Thank you.
I'll work on that. Any other questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
148-26, authorize agreement between Chautauqua County and Schultz Air Shows, LLC, for Air Boss services for the 2027 Chautauqua County Air Show at Chautauqua County Jamestown Airport.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
149-26, authorize agreement with the Village of Mayville to provide election training facilities.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
150-26, authorize agreement with BOCES Chautauqua Cattaraugus Erie 2 Fredonia to provide election training facilities.
Are there any comments, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
151-26, authorize agreement with Jamestown Community College to provide election training facilities.
Any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
152-26, authorize acceptance of criminal justice discovery and bail reform funding FY 2025 through 2026.
Are there any comments or discussion on the resolution? Legislator Larson.
Mr. Chairman, we had a very good, thorough presentation at the Public Safety Committee on all of the next, I think, 6 maybe resolutions. All of them are accepting state money with no local share, no matching share. And we were informed that, especially on this criminal justice discovery funding, that for mostly the DA's office, but for the different parts of county government involved, that this has been a multi-year success in getting state money to make it possible to properly comply with New York's criminal procedure law. So I commend the department, the sheriff, the DA. I commend them for the job they're doing here. And again, when you look through the shorthand here, it's not always clear that it's 100% state money with no local match required. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
153-26, authorize acceptance of the statewide targeted reductions to intimate partner violence STRIVE grant funds for 2026 through 2027.
Any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
154-26, authorize execution of New York State Office of Homeland Security funding grant explosive detection K-9 team FY 2023.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
155-26, authorize execution of New York State Office of Homeland Security funding Grant Bomb Squad Initiative Grant Program, FY 2023.
Any questions, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
156-26, authorize execution of New York State Office of Homeland Security funding Grant Bomb Squad Initiative Grant Program, FY 2024.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
157-26, standardization of Cummins standby natural gas / propane genset generators for the Portland Pomfret Dunkirk Sewer District.
Are there any questions or discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony.
Yes.
Mr. Bankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. DeJoy is absent. Mrs. Gustafson.
Yes.
Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Larson.
Yes.
Miss Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Merritt is absent. Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Miss Vanstrom.
Yes.
Mr. Whitney.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
There are 17 yes votes and 2 members absent. The resolution is adopted. 158-26, distribution of mortgage taxes.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
159-26, reallocating salary grade for motor vehicles administrator.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Legislator Bankowski.
Is this changing salary grades or anything?
Is this changing the salary grade? That's what the intent of it is, isn't it?
The resolved clause states, currently allocated to salary grade 14 shall be reallocated to salary grade 17.
Does that answer your question, legislator?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions or comments on the resolution? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony.
Yes.
Mr. Bankowski.
No.
Mr. Buchanan.
No.
Mr. DeJoy is absent. Mrs. Gustafson.
Yes.
Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Larson.
No.
Miss Lewis.
No.
Mr. Merritt is absent. Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Miss Vanstrom.
Yes.
Mr. Whitney.
No.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
Okay, there are 12 yes votes, 5 no votes, and 2 members absent. The resolution is adopted.
Okay, that brings us on our agenda to announcements. Are there any announcements from legislators for the good of the order? Legislator Johnson.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So by way of my membership on the board of the Cornell Cooperative Extension, I would like perhaps to invite you to join me in making June a commemorative month for the Chautauqua County dairy industry. And let me read what we've drafted here. So whereas Chautauqua County has 1,291 farms and 229,000 acres in farms, representing 34% of the county's land area, with a 2022 market value of agricultural products in excess of $242 million. And whereas this production reflects a diverse agricultural economy that includes dairy, grapes, cattle, fruit, vegetables, hay, maple products, and many other farm enterprises that support local business and value-added food production. And furthermore, whereas farms provide jobs, open space, scenic landscapes that strengthen tourism, value habitat for wildlife, and strong tradition of hard work and stewardship across Chautauqua County. And whereas dairy operations are a major part of Chautauqua County agriculture, and the county is the 94th percentile in the nation for dairy products, therefore, could we resolve that the Chautauqua County Legislature proclaims June as Dairy Month in Chautauqua County and encourages residents of Chautauqua County to celebrate our county's agriculture with a tall glass of milk, which is good for you, cheese and charcuterie, a yogurt parfait, an ice cream cone, or any other of your favorite dairy products. And if as a farmer, and I think I'm one of a couple here, I can vouch for you, having farmed a lot of different crops. The dairy farmers are the hardest working people I have ever met, especially in these northern latitudes.
Thank you. Other announcements? Legislator Lewis.
Hello, I'd like to also announce that June is a month of many Juneteenth celebrations. And I want to announce that Dunkirk and Fredonia are celebrating 30 years of having a Juneteenth festivities. And in James, those dates are the 13th and 14th. And in Jamestown, they also celebrate it on the 20th and the 21st. And all are welcome, and I hope you will come and attend. Thank you.
Thank you. Other announcements? Are there any other announcements for the good of the order? Legislator Bankowski.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and I didn't want to say this under Resolution 148-26, because I didn't want to taint anyone's vote on this, but Legislator Scudder is going to be a wing walker at the 2027 air show at the Jamestown Airport.
Where do you get tickets?
I just need to comment on that. I was going to be a wing walker, but the federal government is going to participate in my salary, and I've decided to not do it because of that. Thank you.
Okay, any other announcements? If not, we will move to the next item on the agenda, which is comments on the State of the County Address by the Democratic Committee.
Mr. Chairman, as our previous conversation we had on the phone, I guess neither one of us knew how to proceed on this, and I want to thank you for your understanding and our discussion on how to proceed with this, because neither one of us knew on how to proceed. So I'll try to make this quick and painless. Our democratic response to the executive State of the County message is based upon facts and presents our vision of where Chautauqua County should be heading. We believe in three fundamental principles. First, we need to make Chautauqua County a more affordable place to live and do business. That is why we supported the Affordability Act of 2026. Second, we believe that wise choices by county government combined with hard work can make Chautauqua County a wealthier and happier county. No amount of empty rhetoric, public relations, spending, spin, or marketing campaigns will be a substitute for hard work. Third, we believe that new job creation should be the number one goal of the economic development efforts of Chautauqua County and its Chautauqua County IDA. The recent loss of 700 jobs at Trucklight, Serta Mattress, and Bush Industries, and the action of Refresco, formerly Cliffstar, in canceling grape contracts here in Chautauqua County proves the need for new job creation. To be clear, we believe that the county has a marvelous dedicated workforce doing valuable public service every day. This response to the county executive state of the county highlights our disagreements with the action or inaction of the leadership of this county. The state of our county is not what we want it to be. The County Salary Review Commission report in 2024, that was the basis of pay raises for elected officials that went into effect this year, led us to look deeper into the 9 New York counties the Salary Review Commission said were comparable to Chautauqua County. Sadly, those counties we felt were not comparable to us at all. Chautauqua County's population loss, poverty rate, and low-medium household income found us at the bottom of the barrel. While the average medium household income for those 9 counties was $76,000, ours was only $55,000, 28% below the average. With inflation, our medium household income is up from $55,000, but still less than even Cattaraugus County. Our population loss in 2020 census was greater than any of the other 9 counties, both in the absolute loss of 7,200 residents and the percentage loss of 5.5%. The Census Bureau estimate of our 2025 population sadly has us continuing to be the #1 in Western New York in population loss. No county economy, including Chautauqua County's economy, can be described as healthy when the county continues to lose population. Population loss is never a sign of a healthy economy. Our poverty rate was 17.6% compared to the average of the 9 comparable counties of 12.9%. We are not giving our opinion about the state of our county. We are giving you facts straight from the U.S. Census Bureau and the Federal Reserve Board. This Chautauqua County government is far from conservative, wasting $514,000 buying and then attempting to renovate an ancient gas station in downtown Jamestown to be a carts hub, only to wind up demolishing the ancient building, resulting in a small vacant $514,000 lot, is not fiscally conservative. 11 years ago, the sale of the county home to a private operator cut over 200 employees from the county payroll, reducing the payroll from about 1,200 employees to about 1,000. This county government has somehow, in those 11 years, added more than 200 employees, so that the county's payroll today is larger than when it still owned the county home. That is not conservative government. Some of the added positions are no doubt justified. We, however, find it naive to think every one of those 200 added jobs were absolutely critical to the function of the county government. This county government is not conservative, given the bloated size of the undesignated fund balance. We support the county's written financial policy calling for an undesignated fund balance, some say rainy day fund, of at least 5% of the county budget, or about $15 million now. We Democrats view that amount as being fiscally conservative. This county government, however, has overtaxed the people of Chautauqua County to have about $35 million in the fund balance. This is no longer just a rainy day fund. It is a bloated hurricane, tornado, or a brush fire fund all rolled into one. With about $35 million always easily available to the Chautauqua County government, there is no urgency to exercise conservative fiscal responsibility, just the opposite. There is always cash available for any and every purpose, regardless of their merits. We take seriously the awesome power county government has to tax our residents. The 2015 county property tax was $62,800,000. The 2026 county property tax levy has risen to $75 million, up 20%. The county property tax rate has gone down, not because of conservative government, but because the market values of Chautauqua County real property, as determined by the state every year, has gone up with inflation. As market values go up, the tax rate automatically goes down. Last year, Democrats tried to give $2 million of the fund balance back to our taxpayers. That was conservative government. This year, we included that $2 million of the Property Tax cut in our Affordability Act of 2026. In addition, some millions of this fund balance should be used to develop shovel-ready economic development sites in the Dunkirk, Fredonia, Silver Creek, Hanover area and the Jamestown, Bustye, Ellicott area where most Chautauqua County residents live. New businesses will only come if we have shovel-ready sites for them. While we supported the use of the $5 million of President Biden's American Rescue Plan Act, the ARPA dollars, to Chautauqua County government to build a county industrial park in Ripley, it is obvious that however many hundreds of jobs that may wind up in the industrial park in Ripley, a majority of those employees will be from next door, Pennsylvania, and not from Chautauqua County. We Democrats believe that the number one objective of the county's economic development efforts, including at our Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, should once again be job creation. Employment in Chautauqua County has plunged from 64,000 people in 2010 to about 50,000 now. This is not a success story. This is decline in employment, must be reversed. We believe it is short-sighted that our county's $300 million plus budgets in 2025 and 2026, not a dollar is dedicated to job training to help our business already here, or new ones that might come here, as well as helping those workers who have lost their jobs as businesses have left Chautauqua County. Where is the county government's compassion for the thousands of workers who have lost their jobs through no fault of their own? Our current elected leadership of Chautauqua County has been a bystander as Carriage House and 500 jobs have left Fredonia, Petrie Baking, 200 jobs left Silver Creek, Truck Light, 350 jobs left Faulkner, Serta Mattress, 100 jobs left Ellicott, and now the latest blow to our community, Bush Industries, and over 200 jobs are leaving Ellicott. The current elected leadership of Chautauqua County never takes any responsibility for our setbacks and losses, but they're always taking credit for our occasional wins. We need county government that will hold itself accountable for our county decline over the past 15 years. In the movie A Few Good Men, which starred Tom Cruise, these are the facts, and they are undisputed. Thank you.
Thank you. That will now bring us on our agenda to the second privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject. A member of the legislature may speak on any subject. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group shall be limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Legislator Penhallow, you can do it right there.
Wonderful, thank you. So, just a comment on that rebuttal or comments on the state of the county address. We ironically, collectively, this group never mentioned the burdens put on us by New York State government and how that has been controlled for a certain number of years by a certain party. So I offer this up to everybody in this room. If we're going to talk like this and be serious about this, I don't know if it's political rhetoric, not sure what it is. We should challenge ourselves to work together on identifying cost reduction initiatives. Common sense approach to this, it's just a discussion. And we will talk about the facts, what labor costs us, what state mandates cost us, what fuel costs us, all these things that I think our individual department managers bring to the Budget Committee, Administrative Services Committee. And so I want to reach across the aisle to my friends from Jamestown and Dunkirk and so on and so forth, along with Mr. Johnson, who probably is an expert at this. I remember years ago, or not too long ago, we were arguing about who was the expert. But at the end of the day, I think they're just common sense initiatives that I think we owe it to our people. But if we're going to be honest and open, let's talk about some of the mandates and how it is to operate a business in New York State. And so I offer that up. I would be more than willing to participate. So thank you.
Thank you. Next, for the second privilege of the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good? I've never been accused of being quiet. Good evening. My name is Kathy O'Brien, a resident of the town of Ellery and a director of the Chautauqua Lake Property Owners Association, the CLPOA. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you about the lake once again. The CLPOA held its 18th and 19th public meetings on May 23rd and 24th, 2026 at the Lawson Center in Bemis Point. With those meetings, public participation has exceeded 1,400 year-round and seasonal residents, all taxpayers in this county and your constituents. With one exception at one meeting many months ago, we do not believe we have ever seen a county legislator or the county executive at any of these meetings. We guarantee you can learn a lot from these meetings if you attend, from the CLPOA and your constituents in attendance. Well, we have lots to report on since we were here a few months ago. First, the county's Chautauqua Lake Symposium. We encouraged our supporters to attend, and many did. And as expected, we learned a lot, but not what may have been expected. We would be happy to share our observations. You could learn a lot from them. Most importantly, in response to an audience question, every one of the 7 speakers at the symposium who responded confirmed in their own words that no one manages Chautauqua Lake, as the CLPOA has claimed. It is, as the county watershed coordinator described in 2025, a, quote, decentralized organization in which everyone does their own thing. Surprise, that is not management, it is a recipe for failure, as you have proven over the decades. We heard that the 2024 North Carolina State University Chautauqua Lake Management Plan was being updated and upgraded. Great. Although at the same time, we heard of no plan to adopt or implement it, confirming that there is no Chautauqua Lake Management Plan, as CLPOA has claimed. Like the DEC with its now annulled wetlands regulations, it is clear that the county and its alliance are, quote, building the plane as they're flying it when it comes to our lake. And there remains no Chautauqua Lake manager, although the GEI consultants representative hired by the alliance in 2024 has been titled with that and many other more appropriate titles. Most recently, we have heard Chautauqua Lake Management Consultant. The individual has described himself as an independent third-party advisor to the Alliance Board, which is exactly what he is. He is not the lake manager. There is no Chautauqua Lake manager. And finally, we hope you read the CLPOA's May 9th, 2026 op-ed in the Jamestown Post-Journal titled, County Not Leading on Chautauqua Lake. If not, we have attached a copy for the record, although actually I forgot to attach the copy, so I will send that email. We are disappointed, actually appalled, that our county legislator and executive did not have the courage to represent its constituents against the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation's ill-conceived and rushed new wetlands regulations. They took no action as those terribly flawed regulations were imposed on all of us. Fortunately, through no effort of the county, those regulations have now been annulled by a state Supreme Court decision. It was left to 2 local nonprofits, us, the CLPOA, and the Chautauqua Lake Partnership, to do the job for them. Together, an estimated $100,000 in local donated funds were required to do the county's job in successful lawsuits against the New York State. Hopefully, as our county legislator and executive have watched from the sidelines, they have gained the self-confidence to use their $300 million budget, including a $35 million slush fund and large in-house legal staff, to take on the next wetlands regulation challenge, which is sure to come, and to take formal responsibility for the lake management with a district and a plan. If you need help figuring out how to proceed, we're happy to help. As previously offered to the county executive, we will provide our consulting on behalf of your constituents for free. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Or you could have done it from your chair, Bob.
I know, I like being back here, though.
Okay.
Bob Whitney, 41 Halleck Street, Jamestown, New York. Back in 2011, I sat in this room and I offered a resolution that required 90% local labor on any IDA-backed job. And in the room at the time was Legislator Borello, Legislator Wendell, and Legislator Scudder, and myself. Everybody else is on their way out or gone, but what it said was 90% of any IDA-supported job had to come local labor, and local labor was included to be Chautauqua County and all the neighboring counties. And it went party lines. Believe it or not, it got voted down. Well, fast forward 15 years, and I'm at Wells in Dunkirk, the old Dunkirk ice cream, and I'm back on an IDA job. And every day I pull into the contractor parking lot and I see trucks from Texas, Alabama, Iowa, what's the other one I wrote down here? Virginia. And I go into the building, and believe it or not, even though President Trump said English is our language, half the people working in that building are speaking Spanish, even though it's breaking the federal law. But I'd just like to say that the IDA and the Republican Party needs to understand that job creation starts at the groundbreaking ceremony, not at the ribbon cutting. It's something to think about. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Larson.
I would like to congratulate the Chautauqua Lake Property Owners Association for succeeding in challenging New York State Department of Environmental Conservation wetlands regulations that the Chautauqua Lake Property Owners Association concluded were not validly adopted. As your county attorney for 8 years, there were times when I had to take issue with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation that what they were proposing the county government had to do on one thing or another was not really wise or within their authority. It's not easy to go up against the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation for practical and legal reasons. But regardless of how any of the 17 legislators here tonight have felt about the various presentations by the Chautauqua Lake Property Owners Association and their proposed vision of how the lake could be better maintained, Lord knows something's got to be done better than what we experienced last year, which must have been a disastrous year for the lake. Regardless of what answers you like or don't like from the Chautauqua Lake Property Owners Association, it's appropriate to commend them as concerned citizens that they organized and they demonstrated, at least at the trial level, that their objections to these regulations were not just based on feelings, but were based on law and procedure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, for the second privilege of the floor.
P.J. Wendell, Lakewood, New York. Of the 3 times I've taken my oath of office, it has always been with the intent to represent each and every resident of Chautauqua County. What we heard tonight was disappointing. Disappointing in the fact that we have elected members of this body who like to see Chautauqua County at the bottom of the barrel. They don't want to see success unless it comes from their side of the aisle. Maybe they need to be reminded they represent everyone in their district, not those who voted for them and those on their party line. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for the second privilege of the floor?
Good evening. My name's Anthony Chota, and I got something a little different to talk about than what's been talked about. My name's Anthony Chota. I live at 144 Clifton Avenue in Jamestown. I'm making my comments and opinions based on media reports. On May 14th, 2022, 10 people were murdered at the Tops Market store in Buffalo, New York. The alleged shooter, Peyton Gendron, is now in U.S. District Court, Judge Lawrence J. Bellardo presiding, facing possible death penalty execution for these crimes. I'm making it clear that in a murder case, if multiple people commit murder, all must be held accountable. On October 18, 2022, with the support of Governor Hochul, New York State Attorney General Letitia James concluded in a report that the alleged shooter, Peyton Gendron, had been radicalized into committing the crime by various internet platforms and media. On November 28, 2022, with the assistance of counsel, Peyton Gendron pled guilty to 10 murders in state court, thereby waiving mitigating circumstances and shared responsibility by the platforms that New York State Attorney General James concluded radicalized Mr. Genren. Also, the fact that Genren was hospitalized in June of 2021 for advocating murder and his own suicide was also waived. Who is behind these racist, murderous platforms spreading the hatred that Attorney James spoke of? So far, they have not been held accountable in this case. The FBI has failed to act upon warnings that resulted in previous mass shootings. Working with the NSA, the FBI presently can gather information on any American. Yet, with this capacity, the FBI negligently allowed Mr. Genren to allegedly make threatening statements and murderous plans for months prior to the shootings. Then, immediately after the shootings, the FBI stated they could not track such activity. I am attempting to produce exculpatory, corroborative, and substantial evidence to a federal public defender in this case, named Sonia Zoglin, showing that the FBI and possibly other federal agencies have intercepted the media that I own and use with their racist intent to generate and project upon myself racial hatred that they possess, as they could have done with Mr. Genren. So far, Attorney Zoglin has not interviewed me as a potential witness in this case. And my last question is, Attorney James' conclusions going to be used as a mitigating factor in this serious federal case? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for the second privilege of the floor? Anyone else for the second privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, I will close the second privilege of the floor. And I am now looking for a motion from Legislator Pavlik. We have a motion to adjourn and a second by Legislator Heiser. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. And we're adjourned. Thank you.